So the media says that President Trump is thinking about deporting Elon Musk. Is this true? Not really, but kind of, sort of. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a little bit of drama between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump. This, of course, is all over the big, beautiful bill, which, by the way, just passed the Senate with J.D. Vance being the tie-breaking vote. It still has to go to the House, so they're not quite out of the woods yet. Now, I thought all the drama between Elon and Trump was over with. Remember a few weeks ago, they had this big blow up. It was all over the media. Elon Musk was on Twitter crashing out, talking about, oh, Trump's in the Epstein files. That's why it didn't come out. I mean, he was doing way too much. He went and deleted quite a few of those tweets. I believe he called President Trump after it. It was a mess. I thought after that, and Elon had kind of quieted down, that it was over with. But of course, it's not over. There's still some issues. And Elon Musk's main issue is a big, beautiful bill. In his opinion, is going to cause the debt to continue to skyrocket. And it's going to further head us in a direction of being bankrupt as a country. And if we, the USA, become bankrupt, that's a problem. President Trump says, you know what? It's not even really about the bankruptcy or the debt or nothing like that. Elon Musk couldn't get what Elon Musk wanted out of me. Therefore, he's crashing out. Now, before I go to any of that and the video of Trump talking about this, let me just show you what Elon Musk has been doing on the Twitters. Okay, you see he posted this right here with the kind of straight face emoji. When are they going to flatten this curve? This is the U.S. national debt from 1900 to 2020. And you can see the sharp rise in the debt. It was pretty much zero right around 1940. But the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then 92,000, it just went up and up and up and up. And it is a problem. And again, this is Elon Musk's main concern, the debt being out of control. Although Trump may not agree, and he says, you want your EV mandate and you didn't get it, now you're mad. But here is Trump, and you can see the caption. Are you going to deport Elon? Well, we'll take a look. We might put Doge on him. We'll get to that video in a minute, but I want you to see what Elon said. So tempting to escalate this. So tempting, but I will refrain for now. Now, if this was a few weeks ago, he would have let the whole clip just unload on Twitter. He would have said everything. Well, look, you in the Epstein files. That's why it ain't came out. You really don't got no money. You stole the election. I own you. He would have said all of that before his newfound emotional maturity, in my humble opinion. Now, this is something that Elon Musk also retweeted, which was other companies that get subsidies, other companies that are helped by the government. And I think it kind of ties into what Trump is saying, because he's like, yo, you thought you were going to get the mandate. You thought your companies were going to be helped more by me, but they weren't. And since you're mad, you want to point the finger at other companies who you think are being helped unfairly, and you feel like you should be in the same category as them or better, especially since you raised like $200 million from me in my campaign. You thought you could buy me potentially. You thought you could have influence over me more than what you actually do. And it just didn't work out. That's just my humble opinion. But let's get to what Trump said. Of course, I will link to the video in the description box if you want to see it and hear it without my commentary. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit the link in the bio. Go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
What happened to Elon Musk?
Who?
What happened to Elon Musk?
Nothing. No, he's upset that he's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but you know, he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid, maybe someday a hydrogen. If you have a hydrogen car, it has one problem. It blows up, So I'm going to give that one to Peter. I'm going to let Peter test it out. The hydrogen cars, and when they blow up, it's serious. They find you 5 blocks away. It's not good.
All right, so there we go. You heard that. Now, at the very beginning, you heard what he said to the question, are you thinking about deporting Elon? He's like, well, we'll look into it. Now, let's just talk about that for a minute, because that's going to be a topic of conversation. Can you deport Elon Musk, a naturalized U.S. citizen? The short answer is yes, but the long answer is probably not, and here's why. You need to be able to show that he's involved in some kind of criminal activity or some kind of fraud as far as becoming a naturalized U.S. citizen. And there's also something like if you refuse to go to jury duty, I don't know. It's like little obscure things that I don't think Elon Musk is going to violate, which would have his naturalized U.S. citizenship revoked. It is possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. When Trump says stuff like that, we'll look into it. I mean, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. And in this case, I don't think so. I don't think it's really a matter of deporting them. I think it's a matter of, okay, look, you want to get certain things from me. Maybe you thought you were going to be entitled to, and you're not going to get it. So what are you going to do about it? If we take away your subsidies, if we take away the things that you get from the government, which are kind of like gifts to you and your companies, you might have to go back to South Africa and be over there. That does not mean that he can actually be deported. And as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to all the legal immigrants and everybody following the law when they're here. Listen, if you just do right, you have nothing to worry about. Same thing for U.S. citizens. And it's weird how some people think that if you are an immigrant, you're held to a different standard as far as following the law, or that you should be held to a different standard as far as following the law. Because look, if I or any U.S. citizen break the law, then we're held accountable. Why would it be any different for an immigrant, illegal alien, naturalized citizen, green card holder, visa recipient? Why would it be any different for them? You can't have these protected classes where they could just do whatever they want and it's fine. That's not what I'm all about. I'm all about true equality, meaning if you do something, you're held accountable. If you're here as a guest, if you're here not really 100% permanently, and you do something that could violate your stay, that could end your stay, it is what it is. That thing you did, hey, get up out of here. If you don't want to be kicked out, if you don't want to actually leave the country, become a citizen, number one. And number two, while you're here, do the right thing. You won't have nothing to worry about. You don't got to worry about being deported. You don't got to worry about getting locked up. You don't have to worry about any of those negative things if you behave appropriately. Simple as that. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion of what Trump said about Elon Musk? All he wants is the EV mandate, and that's why he's mad. How about the remark about, well, we'll look into it as far as deporting Elon Musk? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I don't think Elon will be deported. Can he be deported? Yes. But the chances of that are slim to none. Slim to none. I mean, he's a very important person. Look, I'm not going to take away what he's done for the world. I mean, Twitter, now X, is great. It's fantastic. It's a great tool. I use it all the time. I'm not an electric vehicle fan, but Tesla, I can't deny what they've done as far as the innovation. And then Starlink is a great thing. He has great innovations. I think that he could be an asset to this country, but I also think that he can't just do whatever he wants to do. I saw something else he wants to do talking about, well, I'm going to do a third party, and if you guys vote for the big, beautiful bill, we're going to primary you. Okay, but look, see, that goes to show some of your ignorance about U.S. politics. There's more than two parties in the country. I don't know how many hundreds, if not thousands of parties there are in the country. I mean, some of the big ones, libertarian, green, etc. Having more than two parties does not mean that your party will have any influence over the other two. Look at guys that are in office right now. You got guys like Rand Paul, Bernie Sanders. They're not Democrat or Republican, but when it comes down to it, who are they going to caucus with? Who are they going to vote with? You see what's happening right now with the Big Beautiful Bill. It's pretty much a party vote, an ideological vote. If you have a third party and it's just one of you in the House with 400 other people, how do you have any kind of say so? How do you have any kind of power in that instance? So go ahead and do your third party. You can waste money if you want to. That's totally fine. But I don't think you're going to make the influence or the impact that you think you will. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.